Hi, gang. How are you? It's Peter with Mobb Guppy, where the Guppy is the mob. I have been running around like crazy. I had to go to work for a couple hours this morning. It's hopefully I don't have to go back. There's been stuff going on keeping me out of trouble. So there's good. So let's stop off. Tampa Tom Fishing, first in the house. Oh, Seaweed, gonna be here on and off. Anthony's Fishy Friends. And Jeff with Valley Fish. Daryl Deemer, where have you been, my brother? Great having you here. It's happy Saturday. I got paid this morning, so I had to. In fact, I have to go pick up some frozen Daphnia for my fish. I am out of that, so I've got to go run and do that. I'll do that right after we speak. Bolo and I'll head off to PetSmart and go and get some from there. Yep, zucchini. I have zucchini. I got that this morning. So my cheat meal is always on payday. Hey, Melvin. So I went out this morning at 6:30 to Waffle House. Cichlids 23. Yeah, you know what? No fog hat. Sad. So I went, and then I went to Walmart. I got some stuff. Now I got to go to Natural Grocers to pick up a few things. But I picked up zucchini, so I'm going to make that for dinner today. And so I'm looking forward to having that. And of course, the fish will get some slices of that. They'll be very happy. Yeah, so that's good. That is good in the hood. What's going on in your vicinity today? It rained this morning. We had pretty good thunderstorms going. I was worried that I'd lose power, but I didn't. So that's good news. Bolo's like really chewing on one of his feet. I don't know. And he's like, if you hear him in the background, goes, he's not in pain. He's nibbling on his feet. You know, I should examine that one foot, but he's very stubborn. Very stubborn going on from there. Let's see here. What's going on fish wise? I did a bunch of water changes the other day. I got to do some more today. So it's all good. Unhealthy air quality for sensitive types. So there you go. Now, what are you setting up, Posiwi? What are you putting together here? You're putting together a rack. Yeah, trust me, I know all about that as a short person. Short person problems. Yeah, I'm there. I need to get, and again, I'm still waiting for my stupid stimulus check. As soon as that shows up, you know, 2 more racks are going to be purchased. Fish tanks are going to be set up. I am going to, and of course, the flooring. Gemco is, I'm going to start ordering stuff for that because they have these pre-set up PVC pipes with the air stuff coming down from it. I'm going to go and get that. So that's good. Sensitive types. There you go. Yeah, I have a little bit of allergies. Today, I'm definitely not going to be mowing the lawn because it was raining. So I have no idea. Can you hear him? The drink of the hour. In fact, I'm going to get another drink during today's live stream. So Zarka, I'd already started working on that probably about a half hour ago. I had some delicious lunch, and then now I've got to I've got to do a couple of errands this afternoon. Got to get water. Oh, you heard Bolo making his noise in the background? I have no idea. It's just all of a sudden, it's going on from there. Forget today. Has it been raining today in beautiful Florida, Tampa, Tom? Yeah, it's the fires in Southern California. Yeah, it's not been good. Do you know what? I have not looked at the paw, but he just started doing it. So I'm going to have to flip him over and take a look. Now, if he was really upset about it, trust me, he would let me know. It is a beloved Minnesota Twins hat. America's team. Okay. So, yeah, it's just again getting off to baseball. Thanks, Cyclage 23. Kent Herbeck was the first baseman for both of the Minnesota Twins World Series championships, and Herbeck was sort of like a big guy. I mean, he was like uh, offensive lineman in the NFL type of height and weight. He was a big customer. Yep, Dan Gladden, Kirby Puckett. Well, so here's the deal: is that Herbeck, who was making at the time really good money, today would be considered a minimal contract. He was making, I think, a couple of million a year, something like that, in the 90s. He retired pretty early, retired pretty young. And it wasn't like he was one of these guys who had injury issues. Yeah, Minnesota Fats, though, unfortunately, who was hilarious, who was great. Again, something you're gonna have to, if you're under the age of 50, you're gonna have to look him up on YouTube. Was a pool hustler, and I think he was from Jersey. Why did he get Minnesota Fats? I don't know. It Yeah, so other than that, I have been, you guys, I've confessed this often. I love bettas. I think that, oh, there you go, Sickles 23. There you go. But you may have heard the name, but to have seen him, I saw him when I was a kid on TV, and he was funny. Not a very good pool player, but funny. New York, New Jersey. Is there a difference? I lived in New Jersey. I love Jersey. I loved it there. It's a nightmare. The taxes are ridiculous. The traffic's insane. But I love the people of New Jersey. They're wonderful people. The best. I'll tell you a New Jersey story. This is something. If you're from New York or New Jersey or Philadelphia, you'll get this story. Is that I was invited, one of my coworkers was a part of a group called the Boat Jumpers. And the Boat Jumpers were the Italian illegal immigrants. So let's just say that during the days of Ellis Island, where they would check you out as the ship came in, they would send people who were quote unquote undesirable back. So this guy arrives, and as they were getting close, they would jump off the boat and swim to shore. They got close to Ellis Island, and depending on which side of the boat you got off on, you swam to either New York or you swam to New Jersey. So I went to a thing in Garfield, New Jersey. And Garfield, New Jersey is, if you want to find, if you're in the Jersey, New York City type of area, they have amazing Italian delicatessens. Delicatessens are only considered a Jewish thing, But let me tell you something: fresh made ravioli, fresh made pasta. If you like that type of food, that's a place to go. So, Big J's Fish Keeper, how you doing? Great having you here. So, so that's what I miss out on Jerseys. Miss out some of that. I like ethnic food. Doug Gray, yeah, the man who single-handedly uh, took out our would-be reptilian overlords. How do you know I'm not a reptilian? Really, have you figured that out? I look at my eyes. Pre-reptilian. Color Guppies, what's up? What is up? It's yeah, so I've got to pick up some Daphnia today, frozen Daphnia. And all good. All good in my hood. All good here. Bolo, whatever is bugging with his feet seems to be over with his foot. He's no longer making noise. He's sleeping. All right, be safe while you pole dance. You're not having to make your move to Louisiana, are you? We had pretty good thunderstorms here this morning. There were some power outages. I'm, not, here at my home or my office. It, so that's good news. But there were some power outages, and I hope not all of our people went down to New Orleans and Arkansas to deal with the issues. Finished testing your aquariums, added some baking soda, and Wondershell also topped off some tanks this morning. Very good. Hey, David, yeah, I'll give you a tip. Again, trying to raise your pH, and this is what I did when I lived in Little Rock. My pH was terribly low. I got through. In fact, I still have a bucket of it. I'm sure I'll need to use it at some point. Is that get crushed coral and get the zip up media bags. Put the crushed coral in there, zip it up, and I put several on the bottom of my water preparation thing where I treat the water, let the water age for at least 24, 48 hours before I start doing water changes. That raises it, and in the aquariums, I made a mistake at the beginning where I didn't do this. Put the crushed coral in the media bags and put it in those aquariums. I raised my pH in Little Rock from like 6.5 to 7.5. That's it. No other treatment, no other stuff. I occasionally. Hey, Tampa Tom, anytime is good, but wait till my new fish room is set up. I'm not ready yet, but I will be. I will be, and we'll talk about it, and we'll take. I'll get with you on that, but it's not going to be till if I get the stupid tax stimulant payment, I'll have the flooring done. Because trust me, the flooring people, you can get it done that week. So I'll get it done that week, and then I'll begin to set up the aquariums. Then we'll go from there. Blue shrimp, baby. Blue shrimp. Oh man, these are good. Ozarka. Delicious. I do have Diet Dr. Pepper still, so I'll get that here in a moment. Just about done there. Yeah, so that's that sort of stuff. Yeah, here's why you got that money. Sickles 23. This was explained to me. I think I got this explanation from a friend of ours who used to work for the IRS. Is that they're required to pay you interest from any refund that you have. So that's what you got. I got $12.74, but it was direct deposited. It was amazing. I woke up one day and I'm going, well, is this my, just checking out to see if my, I get the stimulus money? And no, not at all. $10, you can do quite a bit. It's not even 2 Starbucks. Do you know what? I love Starbucks. And if Starbucks opened up that you can go in and sit inside of Starbucks, there's something about me that, do you know what? I'm gonna go get more Diet Dr. Pepper today. I'm gonna go to Sam's Club because I don't have a. I would join Costco if we had one. We don't have one. Wonder how far away the closest Costco is. Costco near me. Let's see here. I think it's a little bit of a distance, but we're going to find out. Okay. All right. Let's find the closest one. Okay. 110 miles. Tulsa, Oklahoma. So, yeah, that's why I'm not a member. Yeah, Oklahoma City's got one too. We don't have one here in beautiful Joplin. Wish we did. Ooh, a Dr. Pepper cream soda. Yeah, Doug Gray, eat your heart out. I'm in Missouri. I'm in Missouri. I'm in Joplin. One of the reasons you know the name Joplin, besides I think it shows up in like some old movie, is that we had a tornado that destroyed our town about 9 years ago. And Janis Joplin, who was not from Joplin, ironically enough. I think she was from Houston or Fort Worth, Texas, somewhere like that. Hey, nothing wrong with that, David Sampson. No, nothing wrong. No, I'm closer to Fayetteville, Arkansas. I'm about 2.5 hours away from Kansas City. It's about 5 hours to go to St. Louis. There's a Guppy Club in St. Louis that they're not doing meetings right now. Like no one is doing meetings right now. I only think if you were going to Alcoholics Anonymous, you could go to a meeting right now. That's how bad it is. And I drive up for that as long as it wasn't on a weeknight. So it's my boss at our corporate office asked me the other day. He goes, "Have you taken a vacation yet this year?" I'm going, "No." And he said, "We've been short people. We had someone quit, and it and I said, hopefully we'll be full staffed and ready to rock. Then I can feel good about getting out of here for a week." Yeah, Missouri is a beautiful place. I like it. So we're very close. I mean, what they call the four states region. And I don't even know why they call it the four states region because it's really all in all a 3-state region. It's Oklahoma, Kansas, I can be in Oklahoma in 10 minutes. I can be in Kansas in 10 minutes. It's about an hour to get to Arkansas, but they call it the 4 states region. I'd move to the country in a heartbeat. Damn kids need to grow up and move out soon. Stop by Safeway and grab 20 cases of Mountain Dew first. See, there you go. You know what's really good at Burger King? Number one, their Impossible Burger is actually surprisingly good. Okay. When you get the fries, at Burger King, get the zesty sauce. If you Now, I'll give you a tip. If you say zesty sauce, they'll automatically give you onion rings. So you always have to ask when the food is ready. So when the food is ready, you say, "Can I have a couple of things of zesty sauce, please?" And they will go, and they'll get that to you, and you'll be going, "Yeah, really good." The Blue Mountain Dew yesterday at work, pretty darn good. I used to, when I was in my 20s, I drank a lot of Mountain Dew. Code Red. Yeah, the zesty sauce, David, trust me. In fact, you know what? I have actually thought of getting a burger with nothing on it and put the zesty sauce on the burger. I mean, it's really good. Yeah, the zesty is, very underrated sauce. It's sort of like the Zaxby sauce or the Raisin Cane sauce. That's also really good. And part of me wants to go and have a cheat meal and drive to either Springfield. No, it's not like A1. Totally different. It's sort of a, it's sort of a, I don't even know how to describe it. If you have a choice between Zaxby's and Raisin Canes, go to Zaxby's. For a reason, my last 2 trips to Raisin Canes, uh, the chicken has been kind of dry the last couple of times. I have a buddy of mine. A buddy of mine at work went to Raisin Canes, and he said, "Yeah, the chicken was really, really dry." So I don't know what the deal is with Raisin Canes. It used to be perfect, but Zaxby's has never failed me. I've never had a bad meal at Zaxby's. I mean, really terrific. Hold on one second. I am going to get a diet Dr. Pepper and give you guys something to feel bad that you can't get. Because that's the type of person I am. All right, here I come. You know, it took a long time. The estate I live in is huge. It Diet Dr. Pepper, everybody. That's good. So, by the way, if you have Windows 10, they're doing some big, huge update. It's been installing and updating on my computer. I don't have a latest and greatest computer, but it's pretty doggone quick. It's a gaming computer that has extra memory and stuff in it. It flies around really quick. Well, this update's going to be when I'm done with the live stream. I'm going to set this thing to do to start the update, etc. And it's doing the installing right now, but it's going to want to reboot. So I'm going to go grab Mr. Bolo and go off to PetSmart, and that's what we'll do after the live stream today. And then I'll get home, do a couple things. I've got to go back out again. I got to hit Sam's Club, and I've got to hit Sam's Club, and then I have to hit Target. Already did that. I bought beer this morning at Walmart. I usually I have like garden variety. I have my second beer. I usually get a really, sort of like craft beer, and then if I do a second beer, I'll do just a garden variety beer. They don't sell beer at Walmarts or gas stations here. Hell, at this place they sell hard liquor. It's not good liquor, but they have there at Walmart they have some reasonably good liquors. I kind of, for hard liquor, here are my three choices. I like bourbon. I don't have any in the house right now. I like good tequilas. My ex-wife being a Mexican, liking tequila and having really good Mexican tequilas. I like sipping on a tequila. Don't have any of that in the house either. And for a mixed drink, and I haven't do mixed drinks that often. Like, if I'm off at like there's like these dinners that do stuff like that, I go in and I'll get a vodka tonic. By the way, the Cuervo to get, if you go to Mexico City to nice restaurants, where restaurants with linen and fancy restaurants. Hey, what's going on, Mr. Atkins? Gin tonic? Yeah, it's a vodka tonic for me for whatever reason. I'm not as high on gin, or I haven't been. It's been a while since I've had one. Been a while since I've had one. I like them. I'm pro trying something new. When I was in college back in the day, my drink was a Jack and sour. Jack Daniels was sour. And I worked for these guys who were like 20 years older than me. And I enjoyed our fraternity well in college. I worked my way through school. And so one of them was having a birthday. And so we went to, one of those old neighborhood bars, which I think are almost all gone, which is terrible. I mean, they had pool, they had darts. And so as the night was going on, this was in California, as the night was going on, it was getting later and later, and we're just sort of drinking along. And I was still living with my parents at this point. And I remember calling my parents, one of the guys, Steve, I house sat for Steve and his wife, and she was like pregnant. She was like 9 months pregnant. I mean, she had a baby like a month later. So Steve tells me, yeah, you've been drinking too much. I'll drive your car to my place, and then, we can sleep it off there. So this is in Sacramento. So the bar's closed at like 2 a.m. We closed down that bar. It was like a Tuesday night or something like that. So we arrive at my buddy Steve's house. Remember, Steve's wife she had a baby like a week later. I mean, she was very pregnant. So we arrive, and my job was I was sort of like this will tell you the time this was. This was when you remember video stores where you'd go and get a videotape. Well, this is a company that owned several retail stores, but they also did revenue shares where they would split the money with yeah, do you know what? I have a fly going around here. I gotta kill the little jerk. Did it land on the camera? That's funny. Uh so I have no idea. I had like 3 in here yesterday. I don't even know how I was like killing them. One blockbuster left in Bend, Oregon. Yeah, you see. So there so the process um and let's see here. Man, this little fly. Let me see if I can get the little bastard. Hold on. Da, 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 da. All right. Okay. So we're at this thing. So we get over to my buddy's house, and he had rented, or he had brought home. He didn't rent. It was part of the thing. I forget which movie it was. It was like a Jack Nicholson. Maybe it was Prizzi's Honor or something like that. So we decided we were going to watch this. It's 2 a.m. after 2 a.m. So we're drunk, and all of a sudden you hear the wife scream, the 9-month pregnant wife. And she's yelling at my buddy Steve by using his full name, including middle. So you know hell's breaking loose. So she comes, grabs me, puts me in the guest room, tells Steve, going through there, and I'm hearing my buddy Steve throw up over and over again. And so and in between throw ups, I hear my buddy yell out, "I love you." I love you. And as the wife is yelling at him, this is all good. This is hilarious. She goes, "So Peter was too drunk to drive, huh? He's not the one throwing up." So the next morning I wake up. I swear to you, the whole night was like this. Well, at this bar, I know it's a long way to talk about why I no longer drink Jack and Sour. Is that you get a Jack and Sour, it's like a shot, maybe a shot and a half with some sour, right? That's it. Nice. By the end of the night, the bartender, who I think was drinking along with us, it was more turning into one shot of sour and the rest of Jack Daniels. If I have one Jack Daniels, if I have any Jack Daniels, type of thing. I was at a buddy's house, and they had those Jack Daniels, it's before the seltzer days, whatever they called that. I had one of those, and I had a headache for the next 2 days, so I cannot touch Jack Daniels anymore. I don't even get close to it. Yeah, designated driver, always a good idea. So the next day, I remember going home, and my bosses had to be Sacramento's about 2 hours away from 2 hours away from San Jose. It's about 90 minutes away from San Francisco. If you're not running into big traffic, at least back in those days, you could get to San Jose in 2 hours. Unless you run into something big, but that's neither here nor there. So I have to get them ready. I had to make sure the videos were all ready to go with the printed list. So I go home. I can barely eat anything, but I have something to eat. I get the video boxes loaded in because they're big boxes. They're shipping it, changing out like 200 videos per store. So I call my buddy, or I call up and I said, "Hey," I said, we're all ready to go." He goes, "Yeah, I'm not quite ready yet. Could you come and get me around 11?" I said, "Well, you have to be in San Jose at noon, and you guys are planning to leave here, before 10." He goes, "Yeah." So I get over there at 10, and he's still in his bathrobe, drinking a beer, a little hair of the dog that bit you. And I'm going, wow. And they didn't leave till like 1 p.m. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Uber can be pretty doggone efficient. Pretty efficient. It's again, the last time I went out and met some friends at a restaurant bar type of thing, I took the Uber there and Uber back. I knew I was gonna have a couple of, and so I don't drive while drinking. Except I did learn this lesson when I was in. We'll get to fish in a moment. Fish is coming. Um, so hold on. Well, that's really good. Now we can get to music. So I went and just went in, because I had a couple of beverages. But I was in a college, and after college you go to keggers and stuff like that. My rule was this: is I would arrive and I'd drink 2 quick beers, and the rest of the night I'd be drinking a soft drink or water and eating a lot. So 4 hours later, I could be able to drive home, none the worse for wear. Doug, play something in the key of D for Doug. So that's what I did. It's I'll tell you, my big brother got it. This is when they really started, upping the deal about drunk driving. In the late '80s. My brother, uh, they had a law in California that if you got arrested on Friday for a DUI, you were in jail till Sunday. The earliest you could get out is noon on Sunday. So my brother was invited somewhere, and like noon on a Friday, he got his DUI at 4 p.m. And he was in the Hooskow till Sunday at noon. Yeah, and he went through that, and I'm just going, yeah, you know what? That's like a helpful tip for me to know. By the way, where's our man Kaler? You're starting that rumor, Doug Gray, about Kaler dancing to Elvis songs. I don't have any dislike for Elvis. Some of his music's held up, some of it hasn't. Early Elvis, I still think is pretty good, but there's some periods in there in the '60s and '70s, not that good. Just not that good. But that early stuff that had the real sort of rock and roll feel to it, big fan. When his band became as bloated as Elvis was, that's where I lost Elvis. All right, back to Fish. How'd you? By the way, you don't have to, but please let me know. Did you guys like my avatar with the Bubble Boy? I was actually thinking I've done pretty well, in the whole agoraphobia thing. I generally don't like going out that much. But the last about week or so, I've been really on this thing. I've got to get out. The Super Reds are doing great. Wish I had more babies. Moops. Yeah, the Bubble Boy actually may have been earlier than the eight. What year did the John Travolta Bubble Boy movie come out? But there was a comedy. The Boy in the Plastic Bubble. And he was like 30 when he made that. Let's see here. 1976. Here's some trivia for you. It was the executive producer was Aaron Spelling and Paul Williams. Paul Williams did the music. So there you go. So that nothing says 70s like Aaron Spelling, John Travolta, and Paul Williams. Yeah, Paul Williams was a music composer. He's also a singer. He also was, I think, he was very popular as an actor. Which should make it all seem good that if that guy can make it as an actor, pretty much anybody can. By the way, speaking of actors, the guy who played Black Panther and Jackie Robinson, Chadwick, whatever his last name was, he died of cancer. Cancer just sucks. Your day was made, Posiwi. What it was something that we did here, or is this that now that we've gotten talking about booze? Or is your rack done? You're ready to put aquariums up on. Oh, it was the vodka advice. Yeah, you see, there you go. You know what vodka's not good in? Diet Dr. Pepper. Well, there's a vaccine for lung cancer in Cuba. Do you believe it's a workable vaccine? My name is Dave, and I'm a fishaholic. Yeah, I'll tell you what. It's I think all of us are here in on that, being fishaholics. You're a crazy fish lady. Congratulations. There was something in the news yesterday as reading something somewhere near beautiful Joplin. Boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. I'm not sure. Um, they found 78 cats in their 900 square foot home. Surprisingly, the 78 cats, some of them were dead. Yeah, it's when people go, imagine the smell of that. The kitty litter for 70, imagine how much money people are going from that. So last year I made the mistake, actually I was out of dog food. So I had to go to PetSmart because that's where I get my dog food. So I go to PetSmart and find out, as crazy as this may seem, that it's Black Friday from there, and there's some woman ahead of me who bought almost $900 worth of kitty litter. Either that woman was, worked at a shelter or something like that, or she had 78 cats. So, yeah, all good. All good all the way around. The American Werewolf in London guy used to advertise for Dr. Pepper. The actor or the or what's the name of the singer? Werewolf London. Now my mind's gone blank. Help me out here. Where's Chewy? Oh, David Naughton. Okay, not the singer. And now my mind just went blank. Warren Zevon. By the way, that last album of Warren Zevon, so terrific. I listened to that the other day. Absolutely fantastic. The other album that I really love, and I listen to it on a regular basis. Loretta Lynn did an album, probably about 15 years ago with Jack White of the White Stripes. And they co-wrote nearly all the songs together. And just a beautiful album. Ooh, a 58 Dodge Corvette. There you go. Well, we have a big problem in my area with meth. And I have a question on the whole meth thing. Is that can you use K litter as part of putting it together? I've never done meth. I've never had an interest in it. But we can all learn something new, right? So no Tampa Tom fishing. You haven't done meth, or no kitty litter doesn't have anything to do with. And I'm talking about the high end clumping kitty litter, the good kitty litter that clumps. I don't necessarily have, by the way, have a problem with having a cat. I just don't have one right now. And I inhale general air, not as clean as it used to be. That's the extent of my smoking. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I do the same thing. I used to smoke a cigar. I used to be a light cigarette smoker. When I mean light, a pack a week. After dinner. It's I would have just a couple of cigarettes a day. And when I had a brain aneurysm. let's see, the surgery coming up in just a few weeks, 12 years ago. And the doctor said, no more cigarettes, no more cigars. So I have not had a cigarette or a cigar or anything. Renee, what's up? Hey, nothing wrong with sleeping in. I tried to sleep in today. I was awake early. John Oliver, it's okay. Okay, hey, gang, whenever you can come and hang out, it's all good with me. I'm pretty impressed, Renee, that you got to sleep in. It's I tried to do that today, and I woke up 15 minutes later than I normally wake up on a work day. And I had a headache, so I took a headache, took allergy medicine. I laid down, and then, I realized I was never going to get back to sleep. So I got up, took Bolo for his walk, drank some coffee, hung out here before going out and having my cheat meal breakfast. By the way, I can eat eggs almost. I don't know about you guys. I can eat eggs at almost every meal. There you go. Black metal guppies. Beautiful. That's the deal about guppies. They're so beautiful. For instance, I eat, and I've said this before, and it's not because of anything, if you don't eat the way I eat, you're not a bad person. I'm a modified vegan, so I eat meat once or twice a week. Otherwise, pretty much vegan time, except for eggs. I'll have eggs always on the weekend. Saturday and Sunday, always have it for breakfast with vegan sausage. And then I will have, I enjoy it. By the way, have you ever seen the size of an ostrich egg or an emu egg? I bet you those make pretty good eggs. They're huge. Yeah, Renee, it's just funny is that first I did my blood test earlier this year, and um, and my iron level was a little bit low, red blood cell count a little bit low, and the doctor said, "Hey, how often do you eat red meat?" And I'm going, maybe once a week. Usually, yeah, definitely every other week, but about once a week. And he just sat there and he said, "Yeah, you need to do this. You need to pick it up." And and by the way, I love spinach. Um, but I eat a lot of vegetables, that type of thing. So I went and I ate I eat a small steak once a week, and I eat, I'll have a burger every once in a while, but it's just going from there. And yeah, and spinach has a lot of iron. I think some nuts have a lot of iron, and I eat a lot of nuts. I love nuts. I have, in fact, um, I have in my home. I have pistachios right now, but I usually have almonds as well. So there you go. And you personally need the protein and specific amino acids in meat. Plant-based proteins don't cut it for you. Yeah, and you know what? That's fine. It's nice. Oh, Siwi, that your vegan cousin thinks about you. It's good. Oh God. Please tell that one in one of your videos, Doug. Please tell that. How do you get a one-armed killer out of a tree? Wave to him. Yeah, the problem though with beans is this: is that they're very high in carb. So if you're trying to limit the amount of carbohydrates in your diet, beans are not the way to do it. So it's and I'll tell you is that I was married to a Mexican woman. We've been divorced for a year now. Yeah, it's terrible for diabetes. Her father was diabetic, her mother were diabetic, and that a culture's eating is very, very, um, it's there a lot of starch in those diets. So that's the deal. I see the stupid fly again. I have a stupid fly in here, and this little jerk, I haven't been able to kill him yet. He had to start insulin again. No change in diet. Yeah, my dad has a brother. My dad's passed on, but his brother, my uncle, he's like he's gonna be 81 here pretty quick. He's been diabetic for 40 years, and and he does his insulin, watches what he eats, really careful with all that sort of stuff, and he works out just fine. Yeah, my dad, if he was still around, would be 86. And so, yeah, I've got to pick up a good multivitamin. I take 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C every day. I have one pill that I take. I used to be able to find one that was a time release that Walmart carried, and they no longer carry it. But yeah, I'm all in, enjoying that. Thyroid issue, gain weight, made me mad. I just finally got my weight down. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have Kirkland here, unfortunately. Um I did the Vita Chewies this last time. They're really good. I gotta pick that up. I don't do the fish oil because I take a full aspirin, and that's sort of my deal. I have metal in my head. Yeah, it's thyroid's a big deal. Well, I guess I could do the online Costco. You see, Doug Ray, you remind me there's something called the internet. It's amazing. You're able to talk about fish stuff and order junk, and I guess I could also go to the wacky world of Amazon. Let's see here. Okay, multivitamins for men. All right, what do we have here? Sometimes you go to and you find pretty good deals there. Sometimes you don't. Garden of Life, vitamin code. I'll have to figure this out. I guess I'm going to figure out the whole deal here. There's one called Smarty Pants. See, there you go. Ooh, yeah, there's all. By the way, whenever they do lots of vitamins in it, you're in pretty good shape. Okay, here we go. 60 tablets. Yeah, no, I'll figure that out. Yeah, I'll check that out. Double stuffed pizza with extra pepperoni. Doug Gray, are you over 60? Yeah, well, every man is mentally about 8 to 12 somewhere. Because, I don't know a man who doesn't laugh his butt off if someone looks at him and goes, pull my finger? Yeah, I like pizza too. I like pizza as well. All right, gang, I gotta go get some stuff done. Thank you guys for being here today, the whole crew. And I really appreciate having you. Watch will be here on Monday. Next weekend will be a little bit different, and I'll give you an update on that. So I'm 12. Just ask your kids. There you go. You're welcome, gang. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the 13 thumbs up. Really appreciate it.